downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. And this one is incomplete. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the Lions who got the road victory in that one, so they'll be looking to claim the season series now here at home in Detroit. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Goff. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That's taken on the 25. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, this defense for the Lions, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
Yeah, we're definitely in top form and pitched a shutout, as a matter of fact. That's the cherry on top of a great week of preparation. And you know what? These guys are eager to keep it going. So motivation this week, not an issue.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Cook. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun, and they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
So on fourth down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the stakes in this game certainly high as we get toward the end of the regular season. For now, they are holding a wild card spot, but there are no shortage of other teams in the NFC looking to take that spot from them.
Starting with the guys on the other side of the field because they're on the outside looking in, and no one likes to be in that position. You want to be in the room, not looking inside to see everyone else having fun.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Goff. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. Goff on first down. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, 2nd down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Goff now looks to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Goff now to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I love those corners who can not only cover, but don't mind getting a little physical as well. How about the coverage on that play, knocking that pass away?
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they came into play here off 2 straight victories. They're back to 500 on the year. But, Charles, is this little mini run coming too late to salvage their season?
Well, they definitely dug themselves a hole that leaves them needing to play almost perfect football from here on out. But I do believe they think that they've got this thing turned around, and they are capable of doing exactly that.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. They run it again with Cook. And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Third and short yardage, Cousins. And Cook has it, left side. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on third.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time. Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep and you catch him close to the spot.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
They go play action. Cousins. He's got Fuller. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone. So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone. On play action, Cousins. He'll bite, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Romeo Okwara has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, the pass rush has got real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
9 yards on the carry, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
And the first play will be a field goal try from the right hash. This from 33. Johnson's kick is good, and the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And this late season game, of course, not lacking for drama when you talk about the AFC playoff picture.
Yeah, in a sense, it's the haves versus the have-nots, because this group on offense, they'd be a wild card if the postseason started today, but they know the guys on the other side of the ball are still in that dreaded in-the-hunt category, and they're hungry for a win today. It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made them pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
A 2-yard pickup. Brings up third.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL converting on 3rd down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on 3rd downs all year long. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Following the interception, Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But these are the situations that really test a defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Cousins now. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson. Down inside the 10. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Cook. Trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Dalvin Cook, so good in the open field, but he's equally good down here near the goal line. He can find those seams and just push his way through. So he might get another chance or two to punch this one in.
2nd and goal from the 1. It's Cousins on the sneak. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down.
Now that was a little too conservative for my liking. It's only 2nd down, and they try to run the sneak. Give credit to the defense. They pushed them back and set up 3rd down.
Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0.
Lions, nothing.
Here's Johnson set and ready to kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled into 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete, and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
And still in the first half here, a long way to go. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Vikings are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Well, those have been a problem for them all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Cousins. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw is Cousins. And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. They'll set up to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Lions will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
2nd down and 7.
At the 46-yard line.
Here's Goff. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Goes with the out route and completes it to Swift. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
On second down, Swift. And some room to maneuver. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. First and 10. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Carpet, a fumble. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now.
Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number one, maybe they're not having this deficit. And number 2, maybe they actually have the lead.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. First down, here's Cousins. That is caught by Thielen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Cousins now to throw on first down. He sees Fuller on the out route, and it's complete. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. Kene Nwagu now out of his end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Vikings take over first down 10 at their own 12-yard line.
Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line can play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
On second down, Cook. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 83 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down. Cousins get nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They're going to run the jet sweep on third down. And to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the first down marker. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on fourth down. And here's Ryan Wright now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Fair catch called for and taken just inside the 10-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
That's a really good gain right there. They picked up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Value 3, value 3. Maverick, 17. Listen. Horrible.
Goff on third down. He'll find Swift out of the backfield. And he's going to have a Lions first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. There's Goff. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Goff. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are in great shape here as they take over at the 46-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Cousins' throw pulled in by Jefferson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. To throw, Cousins. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And this ball is caught by Irv Smith. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. Here's Johnson set and ready to kick this one away. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Now Goff. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needed to come up with something here on 3rd and long. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And some room to work. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
Got to give their offensive coordinator credit there. He got right into the head of the defensive coordinator, because right on the heels of the sack on 2nd down, he figured they were going to come at him hard again. And so he went ahead and hit what a brilliant call.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Za'Darius Smith able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. He's airing it out for Williams. They've got his man complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Gone. Forced out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Brian Asamoah in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 19. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. three-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know
and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Goff now looking to throw. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got this, complete to Williams. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Again, Goff. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Here you go.
They will run it with Swift here. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. DeAndre Swift, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Lions are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. On 2nd down, it's Cook again. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a 1st. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left. And then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. This offense so far on 3rd down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. 88 yards rushing now for Cook, and this is a 1st down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Third down, Dalvin Cook. It's a gain of 7, and that should just about do it. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown. And that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense.